expected? Describe what it was like for you out there today.
Yeah. Today was a pretty good day overall. Good learning step today for me and the rest of the offense. I feel like we got a lot accomplished. But there's still more work to get done. Of course, this is the first time learning something new. So, of course, it'll be a little difficult for us. But as long as we don't mess up again, then I think we won't have any problems.
You said it was a good learning step. What did you learn today?
I learned, the new offense. You want to say that's first, of course. I learned my splits. It's a whole different way in the NFL. There's a different type of feel. So we got to know what the splits are, what the route is, how the route needs to be ran. So all that plays a big part.
Jamar, is the language a big deal? I mean, some concepts can be the same in terms of, route combinations and all that sort of thing, but the language, we called that route this at LSU. Now we're calling it that. Is it unlearning and relearning a little bit?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on actually. They definitely have a couple of plays that, we called them at LSU and they're totally different. So, they threw me off a little bit my first time hearing them. When I got on the field, I made sure, that I didn't get that messed up. So it's all about, studying and focusing up when it's time.
Jamar, just in general, being out there, inside Paul Brown Stadium and doing what, resembles a practice, being in that number 1 Bengals jersey, what was that like for you?
It was just a blessing to be out there, with this one on. I know I'm the first player ever to have one on at the Bengals. So, I'm pretty excited to start off this legacy with one on and build something out there.
Jamar, you had talked about potentially getting with Joe Burrow to throw some routes. Have you been able to do that yet, or kind of what's that timetable look like so far?
No, me and Joe haven't clicked up yet to throw routes. I'm pretty sure we'll do that pretty soon. I don't know how soon. But first I had to take care of, the film and on-field work.
What's the biggest difference between college practice and NFL practice?
The biggest difference is probably, I don't know, probably the team workouts, the position workouts, and then team. I don't know really. It's not too much different. Everything's right now. I don't have everybody's name down packed. There's too many names already, so I'm still learning everyone's name at the moment.
Did anyone not know your name?
I'm not sure actually. If they don't know, I don't mind. It's not a problem.
How difficult is it to get in a rhythm with a quarterback that you have never really thrown with before? I mean, you get out to a first practice with somebody you guys are brand new to each other. How difficult is that?
It definitely showed that, this is our first time throwing. But, that's a reason why we would run a route again, get the feel for it again, to feel for the quarterback and the wide receiver. And I think that'll play out once we get more practice in.
Jamar, a non-football question for you. Have you had a chance to experience much of Cincinnati yet? And what are your thoughts?
I rode the scooter yesterday around. Pretty much, that was pretty much it. I like the little view they had so far. This is not what I thought Cincinnati was going to be, so I'm actually liking it so far. I'm pretty sure I'll explore more this weekend and next weekend.
Hold up. What did you think Cincinnati was going to be?
I actually thought Cincinnati was going to be a bunch of land. Like over here was just going to be a bunch of land. I didn't realize we had so many buildings, tall buildings, hills, like trains, like so much is down here, so I was actually surprised.
And did anyone recognize you on the scooter?
Not yet. I'm in a disguise right now.
When you broke in to do drills with wide receivers, was there just a message from the coaching staff that they were trying to give all you guys?
They just told us, we're going to have mess ups, but the biggest thing they want us to do is not mess up twice. So that was the biggest thing they told us today, and make sure we go back in the playbook and study.
What is your disguise?
I can't tell you my disguise because then you might see who I am and you might know what the disguise looks like.
Jamar, someone may have asked this, I apologize, but putting on that uniform, even though it's a practice jersey, and walking out onto that field, talk about that feeling that this is an NFL moment for me.
Yeah, it's just a blessing, to still be in my favorite number, and then I'm finally in a National Football League. it just gives me, you know, much confidence, much more support, and more hungry, you know, to be the better person that I'm already am.
The rookies last year didn't get to have anything like this. How beneficial do you think it is for you to just be able to get in and kind of get your feet wet with these guys?
Like I say, you know, it's a blessing. You know, everything happens for a reason. I think God only controls so much, and you know, I'm just going with the flow of what's going on right now and enjoying it.
Jamar, we saw you working, I guess, a little bit in the slot, I get that inside receiver, like on a couple reps there. When you're talking about the hash marks and kind of the difference between college and pros, how different is that when you're lined up kind of maybe inside compared to where you would be at LSU?
Yeah. The difference in the hash marks in the college are pretty totally different, actually. The NFL hash marks are a lot tighter, so we would have more space in the slot now. In college, we would be almost outside by the numbers, and that would, you know, make tighter space for the outside and the inside receivers. So there's much more space now.
Right. You know, noting that difference, I know what's it like kind of getting used to kind of that difference in spacing between the college game and the pro game?
It's going to take time to get used to, but, you know, I actually like it. You know, it feels like the field's way wider, bigger, and, you know, I think that's actually a better.
Any more questions for Jamar?
I know you said you weren't throwing with Joe or anything like that, but have you all been able to just link up in general and just kind of kick it at some point since you got in town?
Actually, we haven't did that yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll happen pretty much soon. I'll probably call him in a few, you know, probably try to grab some food. I don't think we're going to do that, but I'm pretty sure he'll show me around sooner or later.
I'm sorry if somebody asked you this, but I don't think we've talked to you since they drafted Shelvin. How did you think your teammate looked? He seems to be a very large man who moves.
Big T is my guy, actually. I didn't really get to see too much of him today. You know, I was too much focusing on the offensive side of the ball. But I'm pretty sure T going to get his job done, handle his assignments, you know, play football. I know that's what he's been wanting to do. So this is our job now.
So what kind of player is he, Jamar?
I would say T is a very aggressive player. You know, he's one of those players he can always get double team and still beat the double team. That's something that he always did at LSU, and you can see it on the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jamar, I know you mentioned the playbook, and obviously that's going to take some time getting adjusted to. What other things do you want to work on and improve on between now and the start of training camp?
Just to get my feel back of football, you know, be very comfortable again. Going back with Joe, catching overhead passes, you know, jugs machine, you know, all the fundamentals from football. I want to get down packed again, only because I haven't did it over a year. But for the most part, I think all of that will come with time and me doing it over and over with a routine.
Just a couple more for Jamar.
Jamar, when you talk to your family today and they say, how was your first practice, what will you tell them?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my dad will call me in like an hour. I'll probably tell him, you know, practice today was pretty cool. I didn't have a few mess ups, and I'm pretty excited, you know, for the most part.
Jamar, the next big thing is, you know, shoulder pads, helmets, obviously, eventually. You seem to be the kind of guy, the way you're put together, the way you're built, that you have functional football speed. You carry your pads pretty well. Do you maintain your 4.3 type speed out in the football field in full pads?
I don't know. I'm a smooth player. I know in high school my coach used to actually fuss at me because he didn't think I was running fast. But you know, that's just the way I look. I run pretty smooth. I don't run like I'm trying to move 40 miles per hour. So I try to play underneath my control and my speed.
One last question. Anyone? All right, Jamar, that looks like it's it. Thank you for your time. We'll let you go.
Thank you.
All right.